So I want to share an awesome story with you. I was on the phone with a gentleman, elderly man, who really said, I want to do this job. I want to drive with Uber, but I just simply don't have all the money. And you know what? The delivery was 100% genuine. I questioned him, and the guy was short the money and couldn't get the business off the ground. So now this is what I suggested, okay? There is a company called Kickstarter.com or Kickstarter.net. I've used them for a few projects to raise money for charities, for events, etc. If you honestly convey your story on Kickstarter, okay, and let's say you need a down payment for a car, and let's say you need 1,000 down, you only have 600, and you need another 400, and you're trying to raise $400. The community out there, America is a very, very giving, supporting, charitable country. We all know that. If there's a disaster that happens across the ocean, Americans are the first there to support. So what I found is that quite a few Uber businesses have been funded this way through Kickstarter, okay? Now, you don't just simply want to take the money and run and don't do anything for these people in return. I highly suggest that you offer, let's say in this case, to do $400 of charitable trips. You know, let's say you run a Craigslist ad and say, hey, you know what, I raised $400 through Kickstarter, and as a thank you, I'd like to give back. Okay, and you help a few people out that simply maybe need a long trip or are in case of an emergency, and they just can't afford a taxi or so, and you actually offer your services for free. Means I'm taking and I'm giving back to the community. Okay, I think that is what us Americans, and I don't sound American, but I was born in Washington, D.C., in Georgetown, so I'm a fully born US citizen, okay, that grew up in Europe and South Africa. I may have a strange accent to you. It's a South African accent, okay? It's a combination of a British and South African accent, but I am born American. But what I do know is that Americans are extremely supportive, extremely charitable, and are always the first person, whether it's the earthquake in Haiti, whether it's the disaster in Japan, whether it's the tsunami, Americans line up and support. And I am very, very sure they will support you in your endeavors when you're trying to get a business off the ground and you just haven't rounded up all the cash. But my suggestion is, explain to them how you will give back, which means somebody will step forward and give you $500, and in return you then have offered $500 of charitable trips to another person out there. That's just my suggestion on how to raise a little bit of extra cash and get your business going, because you're going to be so happy when you purchase that Honda Civic or that Toyota Prius or whatever it is that starts you off, and you actually are generating cash and having fun. Have a great day.